Okay, so this is, I guess, video number 2. Or maybe I'll add this in with the video that I'm going to work on tonight. Just as, okay. So anyway, Shelly made a comment on what I uploaded today. City of Surrey, day 18, stealing toys. And we know what YouTube is trying to do here. They don't want people to have sympathy for me. Or empathy. Or anything. They just basically want people to abuse me. Because that's what shadow banning is about. Right? To silence, to censor, to demoralize, to set people up for failure, to have trolls come in and be leadership to show, you know, with the abuse of, you know, it's called victimizing the victim twice. All right, so Shelly, I'm going to approve it. Let's see. But I've got it right now. As a matter of fact, isn't that interesting? They're not letting me save it. Why? Why can't I save it? Let's refresh. Oh, I must have saved it already. So what I did, Shelly, is I put your comment in the description box of this video that you made a comment on before I approved it. Now, I just put it underneath what I said, okay? So if somebody wants to go in there and read the description box, they'll find your comment in here. Because based on what happened with Lucy, I suspect when I go, now I'm going to approve it. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, so now we're going to approve it. Let's do that now. We're going to approve it. Where is the... Here it is. Right there. Okay. Here it says it's been approved. Okay. Now we're going to go to content. So far it's not showing at this point. So far it's not showing at this point. But we're going to go into it and see if it posted. Okay? Because Lucy's 3 of her comments were 2 were completely removed and 1 was hidden. So basically 3 comments were removed by YouTube staff. Okay? And then I just posted them in the next following video in the description box. Talk about mind boobery, psychological warfare. Let's see if it shows. Oh, so far so good. They let your comment stay. But it's also in the description box just in case it disappears. Alright, so now that I dealt with that situation, so, oh my god, the camera's all blurry. Is it clearing out? It's an old camera, people. So, oh, I'm getting the chills again. I took off those wet pants. I have them drying. I went into the dirty clothes basket. I pulled out dirty pants that I was out there the last time I was out there with, because I haven't had a chance to wash them yet. And they're dry, but they're not very thin. But they'll be enough to get me through for the next half an hour to an hour, hour and a half. Because it gets dark at 5:30 and it's going on almost 4 now. So by the time I put on my shoes and... Oh, so tomorrow, like when I get in, I'll let these dry. Right? This is the way it's going to work. Like, this is what I mean. I'm tired of this fucking grimy yard. I can't stand it anymore. Like, you don't even know. But I'm stuck. Yeah. But tomorrow, after my pants, 2 pairs of wet fucking grimy pants, dirty pants, they're dry. I'm just going to double layer them and go back outside with them on, with my grimy fucking shirt, or fucking jacket, and just whatever. And Andre's got the gloves on the grimy gloves on the furnace vent, so they're dry. Right? And he gave me these, but I don't know, like, I put these on the inside, but these are too big. But maybe with those on the inside it might work, but for picking up whatever, it should be fine. I'll show you these boots, they're not so bad. Nice. Good work boots. They're not steel-toed, but they're pretty solid. They'll keep my feet fairly dry. And then, I don't know if they'll be dry tomorrow, but I've got something else to boot around in that yard. Hopefully that will be dry. And then we always got my backup ones, my old black ones from back in the day. The ones that I love, as if I was a man, and they were my favorite work boots. And they were coming to the end of their time. And for any man that has those kind of boots, and they come to the end of their time, they know exactly what I'm feeling. It's hard to retire them. So they're just backup. Like seriously, man. And then we wonder why I didn't sew all these years, people. Then we wonder why I never went back to Gateway Place and did anything with the kids in the fucking courtyard. Then we wonder why I never had a fucking chance to go off and do another park event or anything, because I was always in the yard.
Good?
Yeah, no, I'm still talking. I'm tying up my boots. One of my little rivets fell off, but that's okay. Leave my dirty pants hanging where I hung them. I'm putting them on tomorrow. I'm double layering. I'm back out there. And then you're doing Saturday. Yeah. Now they're stiff though, eh? So I haven't worn them for a while. And they're old. And they've been wet and worn. And they're stiff. I can feel it. Oh my god, I can't wear that. That's hurting my fucking toes, man. I'll get bloody blisters on that. Oh no, I can't have that happen. That's the last thing I need is blisters on my toes. It's because I doubled up my socks. That's why. Maybe. Oh my god. Whatever. Whatever the hell ever. Come on. No, I can't untie it. Why? What is the matter? Poor Mari, all he got was yogurt. So, Andre's making the menu for tomorrow. Telling me to grind up plums. And yada-da-yada. What's the matter? Come on. Oh, it's because they're so dry. Because they're getting old. If they get damp, they'll be okay. But they'll give me blisters the way they are right now. Oh no, I can't work with blisters. No way. This is why I wanted these boots here, sitting at my desk, getting mud everywhere. So I can fool around with it. Well, I might need a different pair of boots because I'm not going to give myself... Oh, yeah. No, I don't think I can wear these, Andre. I don't think I can wear them. They dried in a funny kind of way. I mean, I'm sure once I walk around within a half an hour, they'll be wet and they'll soften up, but that's all I need is working out there tomorrow with bloody blisters on my toes. Oh, fuck. And Marcane will be, well, no excuses! I have to work outside like a man with a cold and, you know, and this and a broken finger and doesn't matter, suck it up! I'll be like, shut up, man. It's all your fault, Mom! You owe me money! And I'll be like, you owe me 12 fucking years of a son that wasn't out there fucking helping me as much as you should have, so shut the fuck up! And Mr. and Mrs. Gilby, yay! They're fighting! Mission accomplished! You think that's funny, Amari? Yeah? Is your nanny a funny person? She should have been a comedian. Yeah. All I have to do is go stick that shoe in some water. That's it. Fuck the ice. Good luck finding water out there. Everything's frozen. Right? What is that?
Put these underneath those gloves. I'll be fine.
Maybe. I'll see which one works better. They dried, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, because they're on the heat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that'll work. I'm only going to be out there for about an hour. The only thing that's going to be a problem are these thin fucking pants that I got on. I need them doubled, but that's okay. I can ignore it. I know what punishment this yard gives me. Oh, yeah. But nothing but punishment. Yeah. Yeah. I earned my right to go through the pearly gates. That's why my grandmother came and got me and showed me where she lived. She said, now it's time to go back. After she died, she took me up to heaven and she showed me and told me, okay, now you know where I am. Don't worry. Everything's fine. You go back. You can't. It's not for you to stay. I will see you again. Because she knows I'm going to make it into heaven. She knows it. Yeah, she knows it. So I don't have to worry. There's a nice quiet spot for me up there somewhere. I hang out with my grandma. And she'll have her tulips and daffodils all over the place. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, okay, just ignore that. Once it gets a little wet, it just needs a little bit. They're leather boots, right? They'll soften up. Now let's see if this will work. These things are soaking. I don't want soggy. Honestly, Andre, I don't know. They're soggy. They're dry on the outside, but they're soggy on the inside. And that will definitely make my hands cold. I'd be better off with these gloves, which are too big for me. But they're too big. There's a hat on here. It's all wet. Everything's wet. But my ears are cold. I got a chill. So, that's okay. There's nothing new. I'm used to this shit. Well, not lately, but it wouldn't be the first time with the whip on my back. Fuck that shit, man. Yep. Whatever. Now, let's see if I can, as long as I can just grab shit. I'm just, see the, look. Did you see what happened there? Or I could do it this way. Where's his gloves? There's that. And then these are Andre's gloves. Now I'll put those on. They're not too bad, but they're not waterproof. Honestly, Andre, when you wear these gloves on Saturday, you need to put the rubber gloves underneath them. That will help to insulate your hand, and your hand won't get as cold as fast. Even if the glove gets wet. Right? I'm getting chills. Okay, I can do this. I'll go outside now. And I work until I'm just too cold. That's what I'm going to do. The only thing that's real in jeopardy are my legs because of what I'm wearing in terms of pants. But tomorrow I'll have 2 dirty pair of pants, all full of grit, and well, God knows what, to double layer. And I'll work until they're completely saturated, and my legs are practically frozen, and I'm calling it a fucking day, and I'm cutting my losses. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I cannot open. Here, can you come in here and go? I'm not opening up tomorrow. I'm not opening up. I'm not opening up the shed, and I got the key in my pocket, and I don't want to lose it. I will just put in it. Maybe come and get this key out of my pocket, because I'm not taking these off, and I'm not going to try and open it. Maybe tomorrow in the morning, I'll make a little pile, the little one for the shed outside. Tomorrow morning, like at around noon, you can go outside, open up the shed, and I'll have a few things in a pile, and you can just put them in the shed. They were in the shed, but I pulled them out, but I didn't have the energy to gut the whole fucking shed, to rat-proof it, because, you know, rats chew through wood or whatever, and put everything back. Well, that's what we're going to do in the spring. I'm going to go from shed to shed, fucking whatever, pull... what is that called? The X Club, pull everything out, fucking do repairs where they need to be done, or destroy it if it's not repairable. And
small piece of a freeze in the freezer.
Pardon me?
Don't forget about that freezy that's in the freezer.
Okay, I don't care about no freezy. All right?
I'm just waiting for that.
All right, anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so my eyes got worse, people. It got fucking worse.
Limiting the total volume of
But they've been getting worse anyway, so
shifting trade policies can also affect global availability.
Can't blame anybody for that, right?
Italy,
No.
for instance, is known for its
Yard work isn't fucking instigated. Of course not. No.
Verge or logistics tighten, Importers might
12 years outside in the fucking grit and grime and fucking filth and all that shit. Didn't play a role in my eyes. Fucking no. Anyway, it is almost 10 o'clock in the morning, January 31st. One day before I pay rent with $100 increase. It should have been 75 by law, but it never is that way, but either or. With another $250 cash for the quote-unquote fine, as they got me and my son out there in the yard, mainly my son, because they don't want me out there, because, you know, they know, right? They fucking know. If you notice, they put him out there, not me. But yet they put the burden on me to make sure that the fucking, okay? But they know, like, fuck, I'm gonna try and get out there. I'm gonna be here for a couple of hours, grinding Amari's food. Right now I'm working on salmon with celery, because he likes that, and mayonnaise, right? He likes that. So I'm gonna grind up a whole can of salmon with the celery and the mayonnaise, so he can eat that for the next couple of days, in between everything else that he eats. And as I stand here, and I want to cry, like, you don't even know, I'm trying so hard to hold back the fucking tears, man, you don't even know. And then I'm going to grind up, these are my plums that I bought. I get these from Walmart, they're actually really, really good. I don't know. What is that, Del Monte? Yeah, it's a good brand. Where am I? These are really tasty. But they're pitted, so I take out the pits, then I grind them up, then I put them in a container. This is bad. And then the juice I leave in this container, and I use the juice when I need the juice to get that texture for something else. Well, the plums themselves, after they've been pureed, are given to him, you know, throughout once a day anyway, right? And then, gotta watch, I'm always losing my hair. I can feel it. So we're gonna grind up salmon. Another can of sockeye salmon. This one's a great value. It was on sale for $3 a can versus $5 a can, so I scooped up on those when I had a chance. I got salmon all over the place. So I'm happy I bought it when I did, right? I'm not going to be buying groceries this month, I don't think. Nope. Alright, don't forget, I still have to fork out who knows how much for that bin. With my son fucking screaming at me that I owe him money for his time and all this other crap that's going on. Even though he busted up some of that shit, and I never wanted it busted up, right? I didn't want my stuff out in the garage. I didn't want my stuff all fucking busted up, but besides that point, life is sick. So I'm feeling dizzy, more so than I've ever felt. Obviously that would be normal, because that's the way it is for me every day now, it seems. Right? I don't really have aches and pains, per se, other than, I don't know, maybe just tight or something. I don't know how to put words to it. Okay. So we're going to grind up all this celery with this salmon and mayonnaise, and then we'll put it in a bowl. And what I'm going to do is, I got I don't know what I got. Can't think. I'm just sucking back the juice. Anytime you get canned fish, the certain nutrients of it goes into the liquid of the juice. So if you, what do you call it? Chuck it out. You're just throwing it out. So, let's see how much I get done here over the next hour or so. I'll probably make a few little dishes so that when I'm outside, because I might go outside tomorrow too, right? I don't know if I'll be sending Andre out there because it's raining and it's cold. So now it's cold rain, like a fridge. So just imagine yourself being inside a fridge with it raining, coming across frozen shit. And that's what you call good business, right? As you're making your tenants pay more, telling them they don't have no right to the yard anymore, but also telling them that if the yard isn't kept up and it happens again, you're getting evicted. That's a big one right there. As they're stealing your shit. And they're using your son to do it as they enrage him. So that he'll work harder and fucking grab up more shit so they get more shit for themselves. Right? For those scrappers, right? The Punjabi scrappers that like to recycle shit and do whatever they fucking do because they're fucking, you know, always looking to save money somewhere, make money somewhere, right? What better way than with fucking 500 planter pots at $4 a planter pot? I'm just saying. Okay, salmon, sockeye salmon, celery, mayonnaise, over here. Over there, it's raisin bran with the raisins and an egg. And then whipping cream. Here you go, Andre. Oh, great. I just got it all over the freaking burner. Oh, my Lord.
Huh?
Oh, I got it all over the burner. Okay.
What is it?
Salmon, mayonnaise, celery, raisin bran,
You're just making
egg,
it worse.
and what?
You're making it worse.
I have to lift it up. This burner should be cleaned anyway.
Yeah.
Clearly it's stuck in here.
Remember, you have to pull it out.
It has to come off the tray first before you can pull it out, Andre. You can't see though. Oh, that's just great. Oh my God. Yeah, eyes definitely got worse, people. Just from that little bit outside. Stress. That's what it is. This stress makes it worse. Every day. The more the stress, the faster it goes. That's why they're trying to say I'm not responsible for it. Because they don't want to take responsibility for me going blind. Well, it's too fucking late. I already spent 12 years in your yard. Right? Couldn't get to the doctor because I was with the city of Surrey with the whip on my back. Fucking right. Yeah. As the doctor's telling me to take him to court. Because they got their little syndicate going on. They like to pick on people below a certain income level because it's all about organ harvesting. I swear, Dr. Vasinski's covering it up. Yeah. Yeah. Because he was working with all the homeless people out there in that clinic. And what better to harvest organs from? Homeless people when they just drop off so the cops can say they did it to themselves. Yeah. That's why they're pushing everybody out onto the streets. I swear they're eating it. They're putting it in the food chain. These bastards. You know? And they're not transplanting it into their fucking selves so they can live a long, prosperous life. They're eating it. Or they're putting it in food and making us eat it. Yeah. When they're not doing their little science experiments with their robots. Yeah. Well, that's how morbid these guys are. But yeah, no, you're not allowed to work in the yard. You're not allowed to have anything. No, we'll get your son to fucking check out everything right behind your back. Yeah, but you're responsible to keep up the yard because if you don't, you get evicted. Yeah, okay. But yet, I have to go out in the yard. Because if I don't, my son's not going to do everything. No fuck. And if he does, at what cost? It'll be terrorizing me right up until my death. Because he'll be mad because the landlord's making him fucking do all this shit. And they'll still be blaming me. They'll be blaming me for the fucking weeds. You watch and see. They'll be blaming me that I can't go out there and do it because I'm full of excuses. I can't see. Yeah, well, I wonder why. I can't see people. Okay, so we fed Amari. He got a fair amount of food. Now, this is where it gets scary, people. Just taking a break. I'm shaking. I know there are people out there that want to see me cry. They will go and do anything and everything to hurt me, like what my landlords are doing right now, to break my spirit, as well as my body. Because that's what people do that are slave masters. They work their slaves until they're fucking broken and dead. Until there's nothing left to fucking use, okay? Seriously. And then they go for the young bucks after they're done with the fucking whatever. They just bounce from one to the other to the other. Like I said, the next generation of being targeted. You can't even go to the fucking Shoppers Drug Mart without being fucking targeted with $60 in your pocket. Just because you don't look like them. But it's enough to get them rattled. The kids or whoever's being targeted when they're out and about in the community. If you're not being targeted in your own yard, it's enough to get you rattled and fucking shaking. If you do it enough times. And they come back with a bloody vengeance. And this is a vengeance, people, okay? Because they want their $35,000, $4,000, $4,500, $4,800 a month. Because it's a money grab right now and they damn well know it. It's not fucking realistic what they're doing. I'm sorry, you can't throw out thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking people across the province and call that good damn business. Alright, so besides that point, now I am not feeling well, but I haven't been feeling well for a couple of years. And when I'm in a situation like this, it just speeds up the eye deterioration because I've been shaking for days. I swear, they're bringing on Parkinson's disease. Oh yeah. I feel like I'm getting Parkinson's disease because of the fucking stress here. Like I'm shaking even right now. You know, and I don't have arthritis and I don't per se. I don't have that. I get backache once in a while doing whatever, and plus I sleep on a couch, so that isn't good for me, right? But I don't have like rheumatism. You know, I don't have those illnesses. I don't have arthritis. Right, so I'm not like feeling like that. But I'm feeling tight. Obviously I'm feeling chilled because I'm, you know, and I'm not coming with excuses because I'm going to grind up his bottle of prunes that you've seen. I'm going to do them all at one time. I'm fighting back fucking tears, right? Because, you know, that's not going to solve anything because I know what they're trying to do. And I'm going to make a little... Now, we gave Amari a fair amount of food, what I just showed you. So when I'm outside working, you just got to have that heart of steel because you never know when it's going to come up. Because there's only so much in the gut. You know? I'm like, we've been giving him a bit of this Emolax in between the prune juice and all. But... you know, he's filling up, people. He's filling up, right? So now I'm a little nervous that, you know, if I feed him too much when I'm outside, you know, he'll puke. And Andre, you know, I can't even open my back door right now, people. You know, fucking Andre will be calling out the back window and I'll have to run around all the way around the house. Come inside. So anyway, I'm just going to grind up the prunes, right? I'm just going to grind up the prunes. I'm going to do a little container, right? Because he had a big bowl, eh? Because we were trying so hard to fatten him up and it's just not working. So anyway, so that when I'm outside, I don't have to come in all grimy unless I'm cold, just enough to warm up. And chances are I'll probably just go out there and work till dark. It's just getting me out there, right? I can't worry about the consequences tomorrow in terms of what's going to happen when I wake up. Okay? Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking gang stalkers, motherfuckers that use people to get rich on. Fuck you. Okay? This shit's not fucking funny. I'm not afraid to call out your fucking bullshit. You've been like this for fucking 60 fucking years. And now that you own half the fucking province, you think you can treat people like garbage and use them and abuse them until there's nothing left. And even then, you come in and you harvest their organs illegally so you can build your fucking stupid, ugly looking buildings and brag on about how rich and successful and hard workers you are. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's why you don't like to fix your fucking dumps. Only if you have to. Just enough to keep it there long enough until you tear it down and throw everybody out in the streets, but you fucking work them to death before you throw them out. That's going through my brain, people. And I have to push back the fucking tears. And it's not about excuses, it's about the fucking reality. And that's what my videos will show over the 12 years plus the last two to this one today. I'm running around out there, fucking looking at my planter pots, looking at my seedling trays, looking at this, looking at that, looking at my clay, fucking whatever it is, I'm fucking looking at it, and I have to fucking hide it, because if I don't, my son will fucking throw it out, because the landlord said, get rid of everything, get rid of everything, get rid of everything, including every fucking planter pot. Yeah, why? Because you're gonna fucking gather them up, and you're gonna have $500 in fucking planter pots, right? Isn't that it? Throw your fucking rocks around the fucking yard so that you can come back and tell me to pick them fucking up, even though they're sitting in the fucking planter pot right now. Because when I was out there last year, this last summer, anything that was not viable, I emptied out the dirt because I'm building up the fucking dirt, even though I can't really plant anything out here because the fucking thieves in the neighborhood, the hoodlums, like to come and steal shit. Or the Tamika Johnsons pouring the fucking bleach into the fucking shit. And if it's not that, it's the fucking gang stalkers coming in, setting up their energy weapons with their fucking stupid this and stupid that, right? So they can zap you when you're out there. Got it documented. There's no disputing it. I have it on fucking camera. Now, what, are you zapping me now? Did you zap me yesterday? Is that why my eyes got worse? Just like when you came and you looked at that fucking window and then you walked me over there where I have documented fucking energy weapons sitting up over there going through the fucking grass. You put me in a position in the exact same spot where that fucking energy weapon went through the fucking grass and telling me you want $3,500 a month, and if I don't fucking give it to you, you're coming in with your fucking bins because that's good business. I come inside the house fucking crying. Everything goes fucking cloudy for over an hour, and not even 2 fucking months later, I go blind? Don't tell me your energy weapons haven't affected my eyesight all these fucking years. And that's what the camera has documented. So yeah, I'm probably being zapped. I don't know what you are. Anyway, we're just going to give Amari a small little dish because I'm afraid that if I make it too big, considering...
He doesn't need it right now.
No. This is when I go outside, because once I get outside, the only thing that's going to bring me in is so I can take my fucking hands, put them underneath my fucking jacket, in between my armpit, skin on skin, warm up my fingers, maybe my toes, and go back outside until 6 o'clock at night, because I actually got in at fucking 6 o'clock, pretty much 10 minutes to 6, when it was dark. Yeah. And for what? To have my shit raided. Being told that I can't do nothing in the yard anymore. It's not my fucking yard. Yeah, it's my son's yard now. But it's his responsibility to look after it. But if he can't fucking do it, I get kicked out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Sounds like a threat to me. If your son can't be the fucking field, you know what? Make sure the yard is fucking pristine for us so that we can get our $3 million fucking dollars. Yeah. As we plot and scheme how to not fucking fix things, make your life miserable while you live there, just so that we can maybe get you kicked out because you're going to break. Sooner or later, you're going to have a nervous breakdown and you're going to fucking break. Or you're going to go completely blind if you get shot up with those energy weapons fast enough. Or if we make you a fucking bag of nerves and keep you that way fast enough and long enough, it's just a matter of time before your body shuts down. And then what? She did it to herself. She must have been depressed. Oh, yeah, she was suicidal. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. People are catching a clue. Fuck you. Probably running fucking little grow-ups at some other fucking house that you fucking own. And then you blame the fucking tenants for it. Yeah, okay. I already been in a situation like that at Manpreet's house or Manjeet or whatever the fuck her name was with that fourplex. Yeah. Yeah. Same color paint in both buildings. Same fucking attitude, going to the same freaking temple. Okay. As you're running around stealing my flower pots and my fucking seedling trays and my buckets, but you expect me to go out there and fucking weed your stupid shit. Okay. And I don't even have a fucking bucket to carry it in. Okay. Unless I hide it from you and the city. Okay. That's the reality of it. Okay. I understand. There's something seriously wrong with you people, and you're lost fucking cause. You can say I'm a lost fucking cause. You're right, I am, because you already destroyed half my fucking family, and that's not a fucking excuse. That is the fucking facts. You and your people, with your good business and your politics. Yeah. You want us to cry. You want us to fight. You want us to die. You want us to work like slaves. You want us to kiss your fucking feet. You want us hanging off of mountains, throwing the kids into the fucking river because there's nothing there to save them, including a fucking boat. Toy boat, that is. Why do you think Amari's injured? It was part of the plan. And they took out Shimei because they didn't want fucking Shimei being a witness to their plan. Because you know she would have fought for justice for Amari. Because she got shoddy fucking healthcare with all those Punjabis running around. Well, we're a professional. Oh yeah, we know what we're doing. Sure, bring the dead body in and we'll plug it up to this machine and we'll convince the family that everything's alive and working, but the brain is shutting down and, no, fuck no. The only reason you brought Shimei's dead body to the fucking hospital was to pillage it 7 hours later, and then you fucking embalmed it, and your fucking embalmers, they fucked up and they got discovered and they got exposed. And you got caught. But because you're a criminal organization working in partnership with a corrupt fucking government for whatever strange reason, you got away with it. And you weren't satisfied with the one dead body, getting the organs and body parts and the teeth from that. No, you had to go from house to house to house to house to house to house. And now you're into the fucking apartment blocks. And you're wiping out whole fucking apartment blocks where nobody can afford to go into anything. So you're going to have a whole lot of fucking livers to munch on. A whole lot of fucking hearts to grind up and make, what, dog food with it? Or are you somehow putting it into your products that you sell to us and call it good fucking business and make us eat our own fucking flesh? I wouldn't be surprised, people. I'm serious. There's too much death around these people. For money. For good business. Okay, so what time is it?
It is 11:57.
All right. That's right, Amari. Now I'm going to grind up your prunes. I'm going to get another little dish for you. You get half of what you ate a little while ago just so that you don't puke up on Andre while I'm outside in the fucking rain, freezing cold, right? Rescuing things. And then I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm either going to go out and continue or Andre's going to go out and I'm just going to cut my fucking losses. That's it. And put a dollar amount on it. Not going to mean anything, though. Devil always wins. Don't you know that? The devil always wins. That's another thing my videos show you. The devil always wins. Maybe that's what I should call this video. The devil always wins. City of Surrey, day 19. The devil always wins. And I suppose if some of those individuals sitting up in fucking city council are like that corner of British Columbia, Canada, that was signed Sierra's death certificate, right? Falsely, that is. And it was a robotoid. Got that documented. Well, I suppose they'd probably like that title, The Devil Always Wins. Because something makes them that way. How many devils can you have in a fucking province? Quite a few. So I can't worry about my eyes stressing out. Obviously, they're going to say, well, you can't blame working outside and these elements is the excuse for you to go blinder because we told you to stay the fuck out of the yard because we've got your son running around taking everything and throwing it in the garbage. So it's not our fault that your eyes are getting bad. You didn't take our advice. You didn't go out, we told you not to go outside. Right, Mrs. Gill? Oh, you need to rest. Yeah, okay. You just got my son raging around the fucking yard, barking at me, right? Making fucking threats on me, gathering up everything and anything that he can put his fucking hands on so that you don't kick his ass out right now. Because where's he going to go? Into another house like yours that we have to pay double the money that's going to be tore down anyway and we're going to be kicked out again anyway? Like, what does it fucking matter? Right? So yeah, he's going to listen to you. He's going to throw everything fucking out. But at the end of the day, I have to go out there and try and save a few things. At least for something. And as I'm doing that, yeah, my eyes have gotten more worse. But I have to be brave. And I have to go out there and do it again. And they're going to say, well, we told her not to, so it's not our fault that her eyes got bad. It's not our fault that all of a sudden she can't fucking see shit after we rolled off with her fucking shit in that fucking bin. All right? We told her to stay inside and let her son fucking rape the yard. Yeah. Okay. So what? Is that an excuse? That I didn't listen? I didn't take their order? Right? I didn't take their, what, you want to call it advice? They were kind and about it and helpful? Right? About with the advice. Usually when you give somebody advice, it means that you're trying to be helpful versus an order where you demand and you expect something. And if they don't give you what you want, they punish you for it. Either or, we're going to get punished. Doesn't matter. They've already set me up for fucking failure when the weeds start to grow and everything gets fucking green. They did it once, they'll do it again. Okay, so I'm going to grind this up, all of it, before I go outside, because I find that if I do that, it fits nice in this size, and it lasts for 3 or 4 days. It's great. And then any juice that's left over, I leave it in here, and I use it as I'm making his meals. But, I don't know, people. And it's raining outside. It is raining outside. And it's as cold as a fridge. So I figure after I'm done this, I'm going to give him a little bit of prunes with a little bit of sweet potato, that's already in the fridge, and another tablespoon of salmon. And that will be his next meal. Because he had, twice that much already just a little while ago. And this is where it can get frightening. Because if it's not coming out on the other end, it can be a problem. Because then they call it upchucking. Because there's nowhere for the food to go. And that can create a seizure because of fear. Fear will bring it on. And then you take him to the hospital, and because he upchucked, right away they want to x-ray him, right? Last time they asked me, I said no. Right? So anyway, if they x-ray him, we know what happens. He heats up. And then he heats up there in the hospital as they're monitoring him, and then they blame the seizure on a cold when he never had one to begin with. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's complicated. It's not that simple, man. Oh, you gotta have that heart of steel. So anyway, I am doing this. I will get dressed, put on my dirty clothes, fight back my tears, because that's just an excuse. Ignore what I'm thinking and how I see things and experience things, because that's just an excuse. Slaves are not supposed to think. They're not supposed to have feelings, and if they are, it's only to breed, to make more slaves. And then it's not even a feeling, it becomes more of a, I don't know what to call it. Right? Yep. This will take, by the time I'm done cleaning up everything and whatever, it's 10 after 12 now. I might get out by 12:30, or I'm sorry, 1:30 or 2. It will take me anywhere from 45 minutes to be freezing. Maybe sooner, because it's cold, it's raining. And if there's a wind factor, you know what that's like. If it's windy, it's worse. Right? And then they'll say, well, we told you not to go outside and do it. It was your son's responsibility. But then I'll remind them that they also told me that if I don't make sure it gets done, I get evicted. You can't double speak so that you can win at playing dirty pool. So if I go blind over the next month because of the ramifications of this shit that's going on top of my eyes getting worse because of it right now as I speak, well, then what I've been telling you about what's been happening working in this yard all these years is true. Because I do feel that the yard played a big role in my blindness, not only with the energy weapons going through it and me being targeted with them, because I swear that day when they had me out in the fucking front crying on about $3,500, cough it up now or we're coming in with the fucking bins. I came inside and everything was cloudy for well over an hour. That was the first time that ever happened. And then not even 2 months later or whatever the fuck it was, I went blind. They came by in March or something like that. They did that in March, and by April I was blind. Yeah. And it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah. This is the best way to do this. So after everything is all said, and see, now I have to put a little bit of liquid in there. After everything is all said and done, I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing. Work on clearing off the counters, and then I'm going to bring out the bigger blenders. And then, I don't know, up the ante. Yeah. This dietitian that they assigned me with from the Children's Hospital put the calorie count between 1,500 to 1,800 every day with Amari. And then she sent me 3 templates. I only had a chance to look at one so far. I don't quite understand Like, she wants a half a cup of this, a half a cup of that, this, and I'm like, holy shit. That's a lot of food, and that's just one meal to get at least 500 calories. And I don't think his stomach can hold it all. No, I don't. So, I have to email her after I look at the other ones. And it, explain it to me a little more in detail. I think she'd give me a few choices, like a half a cup of lentils, cooked lentils. A half a cup of cooked pasta for Amari. Oh, that will definitely clog him up. A half a cup of cooked fucking pasta. I don't know about that. That's a lot. That's real gummy too. See, that's where it's easy for them to tell you to do it, because they don't have to deal with the consequences of him getting constipated from it. As a matter of fact, the benefits, because then he ends up upchucking, has a seizure because he's afraid, or he's clogged, right? And fucking has a seizure because he's trying to push it out, or whatever. Even if you use the Emalax, we've been using it, I'm going to use it again today. And, then he goes to the hospital. And then it feeds into the hospital system. Today, I'm going to worry about him upchucking. Well, no, because I'm not going to give him very much. This is a small meal. So we're going to give him about 3.5 hours to digest a little bit of what he already ate. And then this will be enough for around 3:30 or whatever. See, some of that stuff that I'm doing outside right now, Andre was supposed to do in the summertime, but he didn't do a very good job. Right. So, I guess I'm paying the price for it. It's okay. Oh, whatever. If I go blind, I go blind. I'm going blind anyway, so what difference does it fucking make? Doesn't make any fucking difference. Okay, so that's the first batch. That's nice. From what I can tell. And it's a dirty job, so you kind of want to do it all at one time. And this sits really nice in the fridge. In these little jars. These little glass containers. Oh, I'm so glad I bought them. It's just, I don't see them as well as it was when I first bought them. I could see them better when I first bought them, which was what, 2 months ago? Not even that. A month and a half, 2 months ago. I could see them better than what I can see them now. I'm getting to the point where I can't even see them very well. Now, I'd like to try and get to an eye doctor, and like an optometrist. I'm waiting for the weather to warm up so I can walk there. And then, get a pair of glasses, but I don't know. I don't know how much that will help. I don't think it will help very much. I don't. But it might help for a little while, right? If I can't see next year, when spring comes, well, it is what it is. I guess my landlord will get $500 worth of fucking planter pots. And she can give it to her friends. Give it to the next tenant that she moves from some fucking country that's being subsidized by some government program because they're a war-torn refugee from Lebanon, Syria, Afghanistan, Ukraine, Punjab, because Punjab is burning up. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to go to them before it would ever go to anybody like us. Fuck no. No. Anyway. Okay. There, I just dropped one on the floor. But I will rinse it off. And I will still use it. I'll just rinse it off. This stuff is like gold. That's why I'm mad about downstairs, because I have my own that I canned years ago, among other things that Amari would benefit from. Plus, I've got blackberry jelly down there. As they're wiping out all the blackberries. As they're wiping out all the blackberries. Killing them off. Because they want you going to the grocery store, to Walmart, buying their food. Yeah. Pretty much. Or maybe I'll rinse off that one and I'll eat it. That's what I'll do. I'll rinse off that one and I'll eat it. So after I'm done this, wipe everything down, get his little dish ready, and put on those dirty clothes. I'm going outside. And I'll work until I just can't work no more. And then we'll see how it goes tomorrow. And I can almost guarantee you my eyes will be worse than they are right now. And you can't tell me that you didn't already tell me to be out in that yard. Even though you're trying to remove yourself from the responsibility of what's happening to my health because of that yard. Because my son, I don't know. You already put me out there in the fucking summertime with the fucking weeds. Right now we're dealing with, it's the too gray season. I already got, city called on me because it was too fucking gray. They had me out there painting wood stumps with black walnut stain. Yeah. Then they came back and they said it was too green. Then they had me out there cutting fucking whatever to make it not so green. So you know it's just a matter of time before they come back and say it's going to be too green. Okay. And by then I won't be able to see. And they'll be like, you still have planter pots around? You still have garbage? Seedling trays? Oh, well, you still have garbage? Those buckets? Well, that's a nice bucket, but we won't tell you it's a nice fucking bucket. We'll just tell you to throw it out because it's garbage. Yeah, okay. And then they'll just get my son doing it all over again. As he's screaming at me, it's my fault because I didn't get rid of them the first time. That's the kind of people you're dealing with. And the weeds will grow back real fast because that's what they do in this yard. Because it was neglected for years and years and years and years and years and years. Well, it was probably neglected since 1992, since they bought it. And that's why it was in the way it was. Nothing but landfill, fucking sand, moss, and weeds. Water drainage problems. Mud pools. Raccoon infestation with shit everywhere. Whatever. I don't know if a pair of glasses would ever make a difference for me. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping even just a little bit. It's too hard for me to go out. I can't go out. Nobody's going to take me there. And if they do, I have to pay a price because they start hollering and screaming at me. So I avoid asking. Yeah. This is where it gets really just ugh. So a bigger blender in this situation, doing this, I think would definitely be the right way to go. So this little thing is still going to be used. After I put the food prep away that I'm working on right now. then I'll work on the cupboards and do them. Like clear off, right? And then I'll bring whatever. And hopefully I'll be able to see them. Okay. It was working too hard, so that tells me that the motor is a little overheated. Or maybe I have to take half of it out because I think some of it goes by weight. I filled it up a little bit too much. So if I take out half, I bet you it won't work. Oops. It's just too heavy. So we'll use a little bit more of this. You really have to be careful, eh? Stuff takes time to do. Okay, I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything in there. I think everything's fine. These things cost about $7 per container. And the container will last about, I don't know, 3 to 4 days maybe. All in all. Maybe the last day is the 5th day. And because it's preserved in sugar, it's fine. Oh my God. So by the time I'm done doing this, there's hardly any liquid left. To which I could pour it in there, but... Okay. Okay, that's good. Remember that one on the floor. Okay. So, you don't want to give him too much because it can upset the stomach, right? But he needs it. So I guess I'll go wash this and eat it. Do you know how I know when things are like getting worse? Because I can feel it. And things get cloudier. Right now I'm struggling with that cloudiness. So I had a little bit of chicken that I had baked up in the convection ovens there, right? And it looks like Andre maybe got into it. Anyway, I picked off a little bit from it. So he's getting chicken, a little bit of leftover chicken, and sweet potato. There was a time when I bought a pizza, or Tisha did one maybe when we were watching the kids, and oh no, I did that because I ordered a Caesar salad and they gave me what is that called, Parmesan cheese in a little container, and and I put it in there. Now I don't know. See, then you don't have enough liquid in there. So it's that situation. Now my hands are clean, but now they're getting dirty. This is where I'd use a little bit of this, right? Because he's got his prunes in the bowl anyway. So I'm just gonna. Or you have to use water or whipping cream. But he already had whipping cream. He can have that tonight with salmon, but right now he's got a little bit of chicken. Not a lot. Jesus Christ. Oh, lordy, lordy. Yeah. Well, I guess this is Amari's side dish today, right now, anyway. And you see, it's almost 1 o'clock, as if I want to go outside and get filthy. In the rain, freezing my ass off. But I'm going to lose everything if I don't. Yep. So I guess because I can't plant anything and my landlord can't come by and get her bounty, I suppose she feels like I shouldn't have anything now, being that she can't get her fucking bounty because I didn't plant anything for the last couple of years. Maybe that's what's happening here. Is she mad? Who knows? So she's going to grab up my shit with her fucking company that she deals with, obviously. And it could be her son that owns that company for all we know, you know, and take that shit to another fucking property that she has. Tell those people, here you go. Look what I got. The previous owner didn't want it. You can have it now. Go plant me some zucchinis. Go plant me this. Go plant me that. Plant, plant, plant. Yeah, sure. Chicken doesn't grind up very well. It really doesn't. Or at least that one piece didn't. Oh, I feel another one in there. Tastes good. Very good. He'll like it. He'll eat it. And it will be one of the smaller meals. See, I was starting to vibrate. Now I hear the rain. Anytime I hear the rain, what happens? Because of the pipe in the back. You don't even need to have the whip of Surrey on your back over the fucking yard. You just have to wait for the fucking rain and wait for the pipe to back up. Well, the landlord expects you to pay for the fucking plumber to unclog it because you don't pay enough rent. Yeah. See, it bounces from one to the other. Don't say that's not true, because we went through that in October when she went to India for a Vaisakhi parade. That's why that board director didn't want me to do a Vaisakhi parade, because their Vaisakhi parades breed institutional racism within their own class of people. Because the only people flying off to fucking India for a Vaisakhi parade from all over the world are Punjabis. So it's like a private membership. Yeah. And that's why he didn't want it open to the public out here, where anybody and everybody could have shown up. No, especially at the direction of a foundation like mine. Yeah. I understand it now. Yeah. You're in India in a Vaisakhi parade, yeah, convincing yourselves that you're all better than everybody fucking else. You know, you got the money to fly to fucking here, there, and everywhere for your Visaki parades, while your tenants are fucking struggling in the wee hours of the morning, in the dark, in the freezing cold rain, with your fucking pipe that clogged up, that you had years to do something with and you didn't, because you knew it was just going to clog up. But that was the whole point, was to have it clogged up. And then you make the tenant fucking pay for the fucking plumber when you get back from fucking India, because I don't pay enough rent. And you tell me that what they're doing right now is all the city's fucking fault? No, they're working with the city. Because we're dealing with a crime syndicate, that's why. And that's why there's so many people dying and losing their housing out here and being injured, whatever those injuries are. Okay, so I think this is good. I do not feel, see, there's no man. You gotta be careful with this shit, man. The slightest little chunk could be enough to trigger him to gag. And depending on what's going on, I lost it. In terms of how much room he has in his stomach, just whatever. Yeah. See, now I'm getting a wave of wanting to cry. In part because I hear the rain and I'm afraid because of the rain flooding the basement again with the garage and everything. In part because I have to put on dirty clothes to go out there and work and save my belongings. Even if I can't use them, they're still my belongings. Even if I go blind, they're still my belongings. Because if I go blind between now and spring, or even summer for that matter, completely blind that is, where I really become in a bad shape, I can still sell that shit and make a few $100s on it. But they're taking it away from me, and that's the point. And they're using my son by feeding into his anger, making him work in elements that is not. This is, what do you call it? There's a name for this. Cruel and unusual. This is cruel and unusual what they're doing. But they do it that way, and that's why I talk about this shit. They won't fix a bathroom properly for 4 fucking years because it's cruel and unusual to leave it in a bad, bad, bad way so that anybody that's using that bathroom has to suffer and then fight and be depressed. Fucking right. Yeah. That's just an example. Same thing with that porch. It's cruel and unusual to leave that fucking roof fucking leaking from the moment I moved in right up until now. So that when I go into the X Club, I'm going to have to throw out a whole bunch of shit because it got ruined because of the leaks. Even though almost every year since of moving into this house, I have tried to fix their fucking leaks. And I just wasn't capable of doing it because it required something a little more complicated with the right person doing what they knew what they're doing. Because you have to also remember too, you got to be careful because when they made that roof, the way they attached it was the porch roof. Here is the roof of the house. Here is the porch roof. When they attached the porch roof to the roof, the way they attached it isn't secure. It's only put in with a few nails, maybe 4x4, like 4-inch nails or something like that, on an angle. But if you were to put too much weight on it, especially now with wood rot and everything, you'd fall. It'd crack. So I'm always trying to stop it from the top. That's like that Punjabi when I moved into that house with Uncle John when we moved over here. The roof was leaking. He said, go punch a hole in the ceiling, pull out the insulation, and start looking to see where the leak was running in from. I said, you gotta be fucking crazy. I moved us out of there. I was only there for 3 months or so. And then that's when I ran into Wally. Yeah, that's when I ran into Wally. Take it now, as is, right? Just take it now. He didn't say as is. He said, take it now, because if you leave, I can't promise you that when you get back, it will be here. I looked at John. I thought about that leaky fucking roof that guy wanted me to fucking pull out all the insulation on. I said, okay, fine, Wally, I'll take it. Wally was the best landlord I ever fucking had when it came to a Punjabi. Yeah. I'd like to think Mr. Gill is a good landlord, but he's like an Uncle John. They've locked him away like a dirty secret. They got him on lockdown because he's getting old. So they're ready to take over his assets and everything. And call him senile for sticking up for me. Because he's actually a decent human being. Where, long time ago, in our previous life, because he's the one who thinks we were together in a previous life. In other words, he believes in reincarnation. Well, if that's the case, you were a field grub, and so was I. You just got lucky. You're in a position where you can make a difference, where I'm in a position where I can just expose that nothing's changed, and history only repeats itself. Yeah. Okay, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go out, people. I'm going to have to cut my losses on this. Maybe it'd be better for me just because I'm, like, chilled, right? And I'm like, you know, I was like, this fucking shit's not funny, and whatever. Like, there's a meal. Chicken, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little bit of sweet potato, and a little bit of plum. Okay. And I still have to make another one yet for tonight. So, that means I have to cook, people, because I don't have enough that's in the fridge, because the sweet potato is almost empty, gone, so I need to cook up another sweet potato. You know, I gotta cook and do the prep work. That takes hours and hours and hours. Right? We've got the salmon. That will be good for a couple of days. I used a whole can specifically for him. I don't know. I have asparagus in there that needs to be cooked up. I have the bok choy for him that needs to be cooked up. It's raining out there. I don't want to get wet right now. I was wet and muddy yesterday. I don't have that kind of stamina anymore. So maybe I'll just leave it for the day and I'll work on the bok choy. So maybe I'll lay down and eat or something. Andre made me food when I came in yesterday. I didn't eat all day until I came in. Had a bath and lay down on the couch. And he brought me a can of chunky soup and a couple of egg sandwiches. By the time I was done eating the chunky soup and an egg sandwich, because I hadn't eaten all day and drank a bit of milk, I felt like puking. So the egg sandwich is in the fridge, so I can eat that. And then maybe I'll just lay down and rest. And then maybe what I should be thinking about is cooking up the asparagus and getting it ready. Right? So that maybe I can go outside tomorrow. Instead of Andre, I work faster. You know what I'm saying? Maybe tomorrow might be better versus today. And as long as I got little meals like this already pre-done for Amari, I'm not scared. I'm not worried because, you know, you're worried, right? Like, you know, right? It has to be already pre-made. And even then, okay. So I'm going to end this video as is. And I'm going to think about eating that sandwich, which it's going to wipe me out. I know it is. That's why I don't eat. Because if I eat, it's like a drug. My whole system slows down. And I want to go to sleep. Whereas if I just drink coffee and smoke or whatever, and don't eat just little, what you see me licking my fingers, and then go outside. I have the stamina to work without crashing. But I'm already crashing. I know. That's just an excuse, right? Oh no, we told you to stay the fuck out of the yard. It's not your yard anymore. But if the yard isn't done to our liking, you're getting evicted first. And then we'll go after your son, and we'll evict him too, being that he's your son. And we're evicting out the whole family. Talk about mindfuckery. As we steal your shit. Okay, so I'm now here, but I am finishing this video. I'm going to put it up on the computer to cut out the camera, because you never know when you're going to need it. Right? And, what do you call it? I'm going to lay down and rest, because I'm vibrating, people. I've been vibrating. I'm getting chills, whatever. You know, my eyes have gotten worse, clearly. It's all the time anyway. But we can't blame what's going on, because it's never been the yard that's been part of the problem with me. But I would say, yeah, right now, for sure, because it's cloudy like it was when I was out there with them, as they were demanding $3,500 a month, and if I didn't pay it, they were coming in with their bins. Anyway, with all this stress, I don't even know if I put my eye drops in. And this has happened a couple of times this week. I don't remember. And I don't know what would happen if I did them again, because I've already done them. Because I think I've done them a couple times, like 2 times in a day, when you're only supposed to do 1 drop a day. But I don't remember if I did them 2 hours ago because of the stress. So if I didn't do them, then you know the pressure is at high, especially in this eye. This one will go up to between 40 and 50 or more PSI. Where this one, I don't know. I think this doctor lied about my eyes. He made it worse, this one. Even though the pressure seems to stay down after he did that stupid whatever he did. The cataract made everything worse. Changing the lens. That's all he did, was make everything worse. I'm dizzy every day. I got pressure in my head because of just whatever. It doesn't help with this stuff. So I don't know if I did this once today or not. So let it be known, I'm going to do it again, because I can't afford to lose my eyesight any faster than I'm already losing it. I don't know if 2 drops is going to cause a problem, but it can't be any more worse than working outside in the fucking rain in a fridge where half of everything is frozen out there. I figure maybe I'll just lay down. Andre will bring me that egg sandwich. He'll make me some iced tea. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I did my eye already. For all I know, it could be on this video where I already did it. I'll put it on the computer and I missed it. I'll put it on the computer, put a half a bottle in my eye. Do as the Punjabis do. Nothing. You're going to bring me my sandwich pretty soon. Well, a little bit went in, so we'll just leave it like that. Because I want to cry.
Can I play the computer for like a tiny bit?
Well, I'm doing a video right now, and can you just let me finish? Because I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to come lay down, because honestly, I don't feel that well. I think if I maybe rest and stay still, because that's what's been happening, right? I go, and then I crash for however many days, 2, 3 days, whatever it is. And I rest, or I sleep. Right? I mean, there's times where I can sleep. And, you know, Andre keeps an eye on things. Not very often, but it takes 2 or 3 days of either sleeping or resting where I can get the energy to do what I'm doing, whatever it is. I think if I just rest for the day, my son can do whatever he wants. He's not stupid. He's not going to throw out things that are beneficial, I suppose, to him. Because there's a couple of things there that shouldn't be outside, that if Andre would have put them away in the fall, like I asked him to, they wouldn't be outside. But besides that point, I don't care. But my son is not going to throw out electrical cords and all that kind of crap. That stuff should have been put away, but it's been sitting out there in the rain. So, you know, and if he throws out planter pots and planting trays and seedling trays and the whole 9 yards, well, I'll see how much he threw out. I know how much I had. I'll put a dollar amount on it. I'll just log it. Cut my fucking losses. Focus on my survey. Don't focus on myself. I'm already a lost cause. I'm in a tank. A fish tank. Full of piranhas. And they already got me half eaten. So I'm a lost cause. So before I think filing a lawsuit for myself, because it ain't going to get me nowhere, because I'm dealing with a criminal organization, I'm going to work on the survey. I'm going to invite people in to the idea of starting a class action lawsuit against the province, against the city of Surrey, and I wouldn't say necessarily my landlords, as I would call them in as hostile witnesses to that lawsuit. Not that it would ever get to that stage, because it would be thrown out by crooked judges, because everybody would have paid out the judge.
Here.
What is that?
Iced tea.
Right?
It's cold.
So we know it's going to get thrown out. But maybe if I write it as a class action lawsuit, and there's, we'll just say, 40 people or something involved, maybe out of those 40 people, or 50 people, or even 20 people, in terms of a class action. I don't know if there's a specific number that you need in order for it to become a class action. But we'll just say, even if there's 20 people, maybe out of those 20 people, there might be somebody there that will be smarter than me, that will know how to navigate and have the stamina to hold up against the province as they're throwing everything out. Just like they're throwing everybody out onto the streets. With these landlords that spread their criminal tentacles through their temples, mosaics, like in terms of Muslims, because you know the Muslims are doing it. I don't know what kind of churches Chinese people go to, but I'm sure they're spreading it in their churches, because that's organized religion really does play a role in this, people. Can't blame the Punjabis for what the Chinese are doing to my neighbor over here with the other 14 to 12 street suites that are being chucked out of the house and onto the streets, while the city is preventing them from getting affordable housing, because the larger syndicate to the whole overall provincial corruption when it comes to harvesting body parts for whatever the reasons are. If you don't have bodies, you can't harvest them. If you can't destroy lives, chances are the bodies won't come rolling in. You have to destroy lives in order to have the bodies start dropping. And once they start dropping, I mean, who in their right mind wants a dead body when it comes to a normal person? They don't. But for crooks and criminals looking to launder money through the black market and then prop up these fake fucking buildings with their Ponzi schemes and use taxpayers to bring in more immigrants to fill them up, that should be my focus. And we'll start with the survey first. So if I lose my planter pots, I lose my seedling trays, I lose it, whatever I lose, I'll put a fucking dollar value on it. It's not my sin It's not my cross to bear, right? Those are, that's the thing though, Punjabis, they don't bear crosses. They don't have remorse for the shit that they do. They don't even believe in God, for crying out loud. And the one that does believe in reincarnation, which would put you with God, isn't allowed to be free because he has to go with the fucking rest of the family. Because maybe if he doesn't, what, they're not going to love him? They're not going to respect him? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe my landlord is more involved than he led on to be, right? But I don't think so. I think he was one of the nicer ones that got the short end of the stick. I do. And I think Mrs. Gill just got corrupted along the way, got stuck in her ways, and really does believe that when she dies and they stuff her into a coffin, as long as she's got some fucking money in there and some fucking fancy jewelry with her nice little outfit on, somehow she's going to be at peace. But yet she doesn't believe in God. So don't ask me how that one works. But the money has to be in the fucking coffin with her in order for her family to respect her. Yeah. And for her to have self-respect for herself. Because it takes a special kind of fucking person to be running around always looking for money and not thinking about who you're hurting while you get it, as you teach your children and your grandchildren to be like you. Yeah. So there. I'm going to rest, and when I get up, I have to do a load of laundry and hang it up by the end of the night. I'm going to cook Amari's asparagus, which should have been done 5 days ago. I'll cook up the bok choy because the bok choy is easy to digest and it has a high level of calcium in it that the body can absorb the calcium, right? And we've got the salmon, which is good for a couple of days anyway. So I have to space that out because I can't just stuff salmon in them, you know what I'm saying? So I have to think of another food group. Plus I got to open up his bone broth and I have to boil it. Because, so I'm going to boil his bone broth, get that ready so that I can use it. I'm going to cook up another sweet potato so that when I warm it up, I can use the bone broth because it's already been pre-boiled. Okay? Maybe I'll cook up a bit of potato this time with the sweet potato. But I feel like I need another meat. But if I'm going to go with the beef, honestly, I'd like to get my home canned goods and cook that up for him. And then space that out over a period of 3 days in combination with the salmon and the bone broth. Now I have to decide, do I want the little 250 ml jar at 300 grams per jar in terms of beef, or do I go with the 1 pint size jar and cook that up? I go whatever's the easiest, but because I pulled out fabric from my fucking room, as I got fucking food in my hall, all out of the boxes because I'm moving that into my room, because I can't put it downstairs no more. And because I'm giving my landlord all this fucking money, I'm glad I have the food. Seriously, I won't be buying food. I was cutting back on it anyway, so, because I need to pay back my bills. But obviously my bills, fuck the bills, they're going to just, who knows how much this woman's going to want from me. As I'm losing my stuff. That doesn't make no sense. I mean, I'm the one full of fucking excuses, but yet still holding the bag. And it's my responsibility to make sure the yard doesn't get in disarray, because if I do, they're kicking me out, and if they kick me out, they'll kick out my fucking son. And that tells you they're just using him right now. And that's what I mean. I can't cope with it anymore, people. You don't like it, you can move. Take it as is. I'm not fixing anything. If you want it fixed, you fix it yourself. You pay half, I pay half. Oh, once in a blue moon, maybe I could do that, right? You buy your own appliances. I said, listen, I came in with my own fridge. I came in with my own fucking stove, right? Downstairs, upstairs, those fridges were fucking leaking when we moved in. You know, beaten up stove, fucking beaten up this, beaten up that. Anyway, I've got my washing machine upstairs. But when it came time to change something downstairs, she told me to fucking buy it. I said, no. Right? And when I bought this fridge, my fridge went downstairs, which they still have, because the fridge that they have downstairs at that time was leaking all over the place. You know, and I had to argue with her to change the fucking stove. Eventually she did it, but it's not the point, because she told me I need to buy all the appliances now. I'm like, no. I got what I came in with, and no. It's just stupid shit like that. I don't want to rag on about it, people, but what's going to happen in 6 months from now? What's going to happen in 8 months from now? Do you honestly think we're safe? Honestly. I don't. It's going to be something else they concocted. They have a playbook. Page after page after page after page. So, okay, forget it. Rest. Eat your sandwich. Drink your, whatever that's called, iced tea. Rest if you have to. Sleep, because I'll just fall asleep. That's where Andre keeps an eye on Amari. Changes him if he needs to be changed. Gives him his medicine in the evening if I'm sleeping. Like last night. It wasn't long before I was sleeping on the couch. Or maybe I'll have enough energy to go outside tomorrow. It's better if I go outside than Andre. One, I work faster. Two, I know what's important and what's not important where Andre doesn't really know. Three, he's, you know, with the congestion and everything, you don't really want to fucking agitate it anymore. It already is. But if I can't do it tomorrow, then Andre will definitely have to do it tomorrow, and then I'll have to just cut my losses.